Good morning, Gladiators. Today is Thursday, January 28th, and today we're going to start our moon phase data collection. So you notice the first thing in our Thursday folder, it wants you to look at the slideshow that we've started. It is on our main page, so if you go back to your main materials page, if you scroll down, you'll see the moon phases. So if you go through that, each day we're going to add a picture of the moon for that day, the name of the phase, and the percentage of illumination. And we're just going to kind of build this for an entire month to see how the moon changes ever so slightly each day. So today, on January 28th, we have a full moon. We would be considered 100% illumination because we can see 100% of the side of the moon facing Earth. Now, we'll see what happens as we move on from today. So back in our folder, after the moon phase data collection, if you look at week 4, Thursday, we are continuing with astronomy. Today our focus is really on the electromagnetic spectrum. And if you watched the presentation from our guest speaker yesterday, you got kind of some beginning information about it, what we're going to cover. So we will be in our IMB. So if we go to our IMB, slide 13. So on slide 13, talking about the electromagnetic spectrum. So remember, the spectrum contains all of the radiation from space. So the first thing I would like you to do is read the background information. So if you open here, you're going to see right here an example. This is just another example of what the electromagnetic spectrum looks like. Read this information and then watch this video. Once you've watched this video about the electromagnetic spectrum, you're going to answer these questions on the post-it. Then I want to investigate how scientists use that information of elements. So remember, we said every element has a unique spectral pattern. So they can identify which elements are in distant objects based on these spectral patterns. So if we look, you have a star down here. We would have to identify which of these elements could be found in this star. So we look at what are called the absorption lines. So there are 2 elements in this star, and you want to match the patterns. Identify those elements and place them over here. Now, answer this post-it about how it might be different if we were to add sodium. Once you have completed this, go to slide, you have an exit. So we've done those 2 slides. If you go to the electromagnetic spectrum spectroscopy checkpoint, it is a Google form. If you scroll down, you can open the actual document in a full size. Okay? Complete this. If you do poorly, you may redo it. Okay? So this is just practice interpreting and identifying based on spectral patterns. When you finish that, you are done for the day, and then we will continue our discussion tomorrow as it relates to the Doppler effect and what we call redshift blue shift. Have a great day, Gladiators.